Hey everybody, this is Joseph Hasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome back to Mark Everett Kelly, the two-time Emmy Award winner, and welcome to NFL Blitz Monday Night Football preview. And we have a not bad game: Washington Commanders at the Kansas City Chiefs. Commanders, up and down all the time, but Kansas City moving on up in time for that great matchup next week. By the way, Mark, Kansas City at Buffalo next Sunday, 4:25 p.m. But I digress. Let's get to the Monday Night Football game. Washington, Kansas City. Do you think Washington makes this a game, or does Kansas City blow them out like they blew out the Raiders?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of surprised the Raiders have just been god awful this year. Washington at 3-4, losing to teams that they really should beat. I mean, you look at the loss to the Bears and then loss to the Cowboys the last 2 weeks. They're giving up 44 points to the Cowboys. It's just kind of ugly. The Chiefs are fully recovered, won 4 or 5, and look for them to continue to have their assault on other teams. I think people have forgotten about the Chiefs, I think, a little bit, and they're sensing that, I think. They're 4 of the last 5 games winning and beating good teams like Detroit. I think they'll just continue their winning ways against Washington, who has, to me, been a little disappointing this year.
You gotta like Washington or people watching this game because Washington next week plays the Sunday night game against Seattle, so it should be interesting to see. But if Kansas City is a different team now, because I would say this is a trap game for Kansas City, knowing you're playing Buffalo in Buffalo. Knowing you have 3 losses already, Washington coming off 2 heartbreaking losses, like you mentioned, right? So this could be a trap game. So they got to watch out because Washington is not as bad as the record states.
No, they're not. But here's the other thing: the only team that's really distanced themselves in the AFC is the Colts, and there's still maybe a question as far as how good they are when they start playing the Kansas Cities of the world. Buffalo has come back to the pack. No one expected them to lose to the Falcons, okay? So they've shown a little bit of vulnerability. The Chargers have shown vulnerability. So have the Broncos. And then the AFC North. I mean, the Steelers lead that division, and then, women and children first. So AFC is a little bit more wide open. And I think the Chiefs' early losses, to me, haven't hurt them as much now because the other teams have kind of come back.
Yeah, for me, the NFL season so far has been topsy-turvy. When you expect something to happen, the opposite happens.
Absolutely, man.
I know I'm biased because I want Kansas City to lose and all that, but I don't know. I just have a
bias, Joe. Come on, you right down the line.
No, I'm the president of the province of Canada. I'm right down the line. I'm going to run for the mayor of Sri Lanka. Come on. All right, so that's right. Now, Jalen Daniels, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has had not your typical Pat Mahomes year. Jalen Daniels up and down also. And, if Kansas City is going to go on a run, okay, they're going to win one more game because they're going to get destroyed by the Buffalo Bills next week. You know it. It's not the playoffs. When it's not the playoffs, Buffalo
it don't matter. Buffalo will beat them. Yep.
All right. So since it's a Monday night game, do you expect this game to be close, or you expect it to be?
No, I think it'll be close, but I think Kansas City will win. But here's the other. You mentioned the quarterback's inconsistency. We're having quarterbacks been inconsistent. We're talking about Justin Herbert, even Josh Allen, who I love. I think Josh Allen. I was so wrong about Josh Allen because I thought, okay, he had a low completion percentage in college. To me, he was more of a runner than a thrower. Boy, that guy has proven me wrong, and I'm glad because he's a really great guy. And, the people that know him.
With Josh Allen, like I'm wearing the shirt and everything like that. Finally, this year, I feel comfortable with him. Every year, they put so much pressure on him. Josh is going to win us. Josh is going to win this game. Josh is going to help us win. This year, he's done amazing. Mm-hmm. And I feel, that the Buffalo Bills are never out of it. They're
they're
never
not.
out of it. And
Week one, perfect example.
exactly.
Threw away
Last
Baltimore's
week,
whole season.
2 weeks ago when they played the Falcons, he had a bad game or whatever, but they were still down by like a touchdown. So it's
Right.
like and that's what we talked about Herbert and all that. That's what a absolute amazing quarterback is. When you're down, you're still not down because you still have hope. With Herbert, you're down, you're really down. Mahomes, you're never down.
Right. Like, I'm trying to think of guys who I would compare to Allen, and really the only one I could think of is Elway. But I think Allen's better, and that might shock some people because growing up, like, there wasn't Tom Brady yet. Tom Brady redefined everything, and he made it so unfair to compare anybody to anybody. Okay, but Elway was kind of like the benchmark. Then you had Montana, obviously, because he got to one of the Super Bowls. But Elway went to 5 Super Bowls?
Yeah.
Okay, so. And he was single-handedly the best player on Denver. I mean, when Denver had nobody, basically they couldn't run the ball. I mean, if you remember Tecmo Bowl, they had 1 running play and 3 passing plays. And there was a reason why, because Elway basically did everything. That last drive in the AFC Championship game was because of Elway.
Exactly.
So I think, so for me to put Josh Allen in his class, that's what a compliment it is to Josh Allen. But he deserves it.
Josh Allen, there's something when you look at their players in sports and quarterback, you got to say a winner has heart.
Yeah.
This guy can run, can throw. Yep. He'll fumble the ball, but he'll take hits and get up and everything like that. They say, oh, Jim Kelly's the best Bills quarterback. No. Even though Jim Kelly did take them to Super Bowls and all that, and Josh Allen hasn't yet. But,
and again, that's not a slight on Kelly.
Yeah, no, it's not a slight on Kelly, and hopefully he becomes well and all that. I know he's suffering from.
Although the one thing I'll say about Kelly, he couldn't stay healthy.
Exactly. And that's the one thing in football. You need your quarterback. Forget about running back, receivers, everybody. Your quarterback is your quarterback. The quarterback it controls the game. He has to be healthy, right? I digress here. Tell them about your sponsors and.
All right. So this is it. This is where I do a little background of the Cattle Stampede. Okay, it's a bar area. All right, this is where I do some of my shows with you. This is where I did some of the shows with the volleyball kids. Miles Smith is the owner. Great place to come, and really, we need more people come down here, take advantage of the deals. He puts together great deals, great affordable deals for buffet, like nobody around here. Very affordable for middle class, great food. The Cattle Stampede over here in Fort Payne. Mention my name, you get 10% off just a set. And Bobby Ledbetter too. Mention my name, you get $500. You walk in, you get $500 cut right off. All right. Again, you need a car. You buy from him once, you'll never buy from anyone else again. And, community-oriented guys that build up the businesses in the community. That's something I really want to do and impress on people. So I'm so lucky that they've been able to provide for me, and I've been able to use them and speak about them because they're really great people first, and then they run great businesses second.
So wait a minute. They mentioned your name, you get 10% off. What if they say Mark Everett Kelly, the two-time Emmy Award winner? Do they get 12% off?
No, you get 10% off.
No, you gotta. Who's your agent? I gotta be better agent than that.
I don't have an agent. Yeah, but you could. Hey, Joe, job's open if you want it.
Yeah, how much are you paying?
You'd have to get commission, but I'm sure you.
All right, enjoy the weekend. That's Mark Everett Kelly, the two-time Emmy Award winner, and week 8 in the National Football League upon us. Thanks a lot, Mark.